AI agents are everywhere these days.
Yeah, they
You
really.
can't turn around without hearing about some new AI assistant
Right.
that's going to like revolutionize everything.
Totally.
And in that spirit, let's talk about something pretty exciting.
Okay.
Block's open source program office just unveiled something called Codename Goose.
Yeah, Goose is causing a stir
Mm.
because it's an open source, non-commercial framework
Oh, wow.
for building your own AI agents.
So,
Imagine having the power to create your own AI assistant,
okay.
tailored to your specific needs,
Wow.
and completely free to use and adapt.
Mm.
It's a pretty big deal,
Yeah.
especially since a lot of AI initiatives out there
Right.
are controlled by big companies with their own agendas.
That's right. It's like opening up the world of AI to everyone,
Exactly.
not just the tech giants.
Uh-huh.
So, can you help me understand what an AI agent framework actually does? I
Oh.
think some of our listeners might be wondering the same thing.
Yeah, think of it as the foundation for building a superpowered helper
Okay.
that can do all sorts of things for you.
Mm.
Goose provides the basic building blocks,
Okay.
and then you get to customize its abilities
Got it.
through something called extensions.
Okay, now we're talking. Extensions sound like the key to making this thing really useful.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little more insight into how they work?
Goose uses this really cool thing called the Model Context Protocol,
Okay.
or MCP.
MCP.
Imagine you want Goose to fetch information from your Google Calendar.
Okay.
MCP acts like a universal translator,
Hmm.
allowing Goose to understand and interact with Calendar's API
Okay.
to pull that data.
Got it.
And because it can speak to so many different platforms,
Yeah.
the possibilities are kind of mind-blowing.
So with MCP, Goose can basically talk to any tool or platform out there.
Yeah.
As long as there's an extension for it.
You got it. And the beauty of it is that anyone can create these extensions.
Mm.
You could connect Goose to your project management system,
Okay.
your email, even your smart home devices.
Wow.
The sky's the limit.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And speaking of possibilities, I've heard that Goose is especially helpful for software engineers.
Absolutely.
Can you give us some examples of what they can do with it?
Software engineers are going to love Goose.
Okay.
Picture this. You have an old code base that needs to be updated to new standards.
Yeah.
Instead of spending hours manually going through every line of code,
Right.
Goose can automatically handle that migration for you.
Okay.
Or how about generating unit tests?
Mm-hmm.
Those are essential for making sure your code is top-notch.
Yeah,
But writing them by hand can be incredibly time-consuming.
for sure.
Goose can automate that whole process.
Those sound like huge time savers for developers.
Definitely.
What other coding headaches can Goose help with?
Well, it can help build what we call API scaffolding for data retention,
Okay.
which basically means setting up a secure and organized system
Right.
for storing and managing all your data. It can also manage feature flags in your applications,
Hmm.
so you can easily turn features on and off
Okay.
for testing or deployment.
So it's like having a super-powered coding assistant by your side,
Yeah.
ready to tackle all those tedious tasks that eat up your time.
Totally.
It makes you wonder what other tricks Goose has up its sleeve.
Oh, there's plenty more.
Really?
Goose can even automatically benchmark the performance of your code,
Oh, okay.
so you can see how fast and efficient it really is.
Wow.
And it can even help boost your test coverage, making sure every part of your software is thoroughly checked and ready to go.
Okay, so it's clear that Goose is a game changer for developers.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's shift gears for a second.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about how powerful Goose is for coding,
Right.
but what about folks who aren't software engineers?
Yeah,
Can Goose help them too?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Remember, Goose is all about automation and streamlining your workflow.
Right.
So even if you're not writing code, there's a good chance it can lend a helping hand.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. I think a lot of people out there,
Yeah.
myself included, are looking for ways to make their work lives a little easier.
Sure.
Can you give us some examples of how Goose could be used outside of the coding world?
Well, Goose is a great tool for managing your to-do lists.
Okay.
Imagine having Goose automatically prioritize your tasks based on deadlines or importance.
Mm-hmm.
Or picture this.
Okay.
You're swamped with emails and meetings.
Ugh. Yeah.
Goose could help you schedule appointments
Okay.
and even send follow-up emails,
Hmm.
freeing you up to focus on the bigger picture.
Now that sounds like something we could all use. I'm starting to see how Goose could be a real game changer
Right.
for anyone looking to boost their productivity and get things done more efficiently.
Exactly. It's all about putting you in control.
Mm.
You decide what tasks you want to automate and how you want Goose to interact with your tools and applications.
It seems like there's a bigger point here about how we use AI. it's not just about the technology itself,
Right.
but how people actually interact with it and make it work for them.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most exciting things about Goose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
It's a framework that empowers you to create the AI experience
Okay.
that best fits your needs.
I see.
In fact, one of the contributors to the Goose project, Antonio Song, said something that really resonated with me.
Oh, wow.
He said, most of us will have little to no opportunity to impact AI model development itself.
Okay.
However, the interface through which users interact with the AI model is what truly drives users to return and find value.
I love that quote. It really highlights how Goose is shifting the focus from complex model development to user-driven customization and control.
Precisely. And that brings us to another point.
Okay.
Goose's potential impact on the AI landscape as a whole.
Yeah.
There was this fascinating comment from a user named Lumen on X that really caught my eye. They compared Goose to a paradigm shift in the way we think about AI.
Interesting.
They said Goose takes flight.
Okay.
Open source AI agents are no longer a side project. They are defining the future.
Wow.
Codename Goose 1.0 signals a paradigm shift. Decentralized, non-commercial AI frameworks, bridging intelligence and real-world execution.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
It sounds like Lumen sees Goose as a real disruptor in the AI world.
Definitely.
Can you unpack that a bit more for us?
What's fascinating here is that Lumen is contrasting Goose with the current state of AI,
Okay.
where a lot of the power is concentrated in the hands of a few big companies
Right.
with their own proprietary models. Goose flips that model on its head.
Okay.
It's all about decentralization and open access, empowering anyone to use, adapt, and experiment with AI.
So Goose is challenging the status quo.
Yeah.
And creating a more open and collaborative environment for AI development.
Exactly.
That's a pretty big deal.
It is,
Yeah.
and it has huge implications for the future of AI. If we connect this to the bigger picture,
Okay.
imagine a world where AI innovation is driven not just by big corporations,
Right.
but by a global community of developers, researchers, and enthusiasts all working together.
It's like democratizing AI, making it accessible to everyone and allowing for a much more diverse range of perspectives and applications.
Right.
I'm already starting to imagine all the incredible things that could come out of that kind of open collaboration.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's why I think Lumen's comment about a paradigm shift is so spot on.
Yeah.
Goose isn't just a cool new tool.
Right.
It's a potential catalyst for a fundamental change in how we approach and interact with AI. It's about shifting the power from a select few to the many
Okay.
and fostering a more inclusive and innovative AI ecosystem.
So let's bring it back to our listeners.
Oh.
Why should they care about Codename Goose?
Good question.
What's the key takeaway here?
The key takeaway is that AI is becoming increasingly accessible and customizable. It's no longer this mysterious technology that's only understood by a handful of experts.
Right.
Tools like Goose are empowering everyone to explore the world of AI, experiment with its capabilities, and find ways to integrate it into their own lives. And that's something to get excited about.
It sounds like a real opportunity to step into the future and be a part of something truly transformative.
Absolutely.
I have to admit, I'm feeling pretty inspired myself right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes Codename Goose so special.
Yeah.
It's not just a piece of software.
Right.
It's a movement, a community, a shared vision for a more open and collaborative AI future.
Okay, so let's say I'm not a software engineer, but I'm intrigued by this whole AI agent thing and want to see how it can make my life easier.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin?
The best way to start is to simply explore.
Okay.
There are tons of resources available online. The Goose website is a great starting point.
Okay.
They have documentation tutorials and even a community forum where you can connect with other users and learn from their experiences.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to jump in and get your hands dirty.
It's like an open invitation to join the AI revolution.
Yes, exactly.
Regardless of your technical background.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come up with the next killer application for Goose that changes the way we all use AI in our daily lives.
That's an exciting thought. Okay, so for our listeners who are ready to dive into the world of Codename Goose, what's the best way to get started?
Head over to their website.
Okay.
You can download the framework, check out the documentation, and start building your own AI agents.
Got it.
And don't forget to join that community forum to connect with other Goose enthusiasts and share your ideas.
Okay.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
It sounds like an amazing opportunity to learn, experiment, and be a part of something truly groundbreaking.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes this whole conversation so fascinating. We're not just talking about a new piece of software.
Right.
We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we think about and interact with technology. It's about democratizing access, empowering individuals, and fostering a more collaborative and inclusive AI future.
Well said. As we're wrapping up our deep dive into Codename Goose, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe about what this all means.
Right.
If an open source tool like this can already achieve so much,
I know, it's amazing.
What could the future hold for AI agents integrated into our daily lives?
It really does make you wonder.
Yeah.
I think we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible with AI agents. Imagine a world where these agents seamlessly handle our mundane tasks,
Right.
freeing up our time and mental energy for more creative and meaningful pursuits.
It's like having a personal assistant
Yeah.
who can anticipate your needs and take care of things before you even have to think about them.
Exactly. And I think Goose gives us a glimpse into that future. It's showing us that AI agents can be powerful, flexible, and accessible to everyone, not just a select few.
Okay.
It's a really important point, I think.
Yeah.
Because it democratizes access to these incredible tools and allows anyone to benefit from the power of AI.
It feels like we're on the cusp of a major shift in how we interact with technology.
For sure.
And Codename Goose is leading the charge.
It really is.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired and want to stay up to date on Goose's progress, how can they get involved?
The Goose community is incredibly welcoming.
Okay.
And there are plenty of ways to get involved. You can check out their website and follow them on social media.
Okay.
They're constantly updating the framework, adding new features, and engaging with the community.
Got it.
And if you're feeling adventurous, you could even consider contributing to the project yourself.
Okay.
They're always looking for talented developers, designers, and anyone with a passion for AI.
It's like an open invitation to help shape the future of this exciting technology.
It really is. And I think that's what makes this whole conversation so fascinating.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about a new piece of software.
Right.
We're talking about a movement, a shift in how we think about and interact with AI. It's about collaboration, open access, and empowering individuals to create the future they want to see.
Well said. So to wrap things up, if you're curious about the future of AI and want to be a part of something truly groundbreaking, Codename Goose is definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely. It's an amazing tool, a vibrant community, and a glimpse into a future where AI is seamlessly integrated into our lives, making them more efficient, more creative, and more fulfilling.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Codename Goose.
It was my pleasure.
We hope you learned something new and are feeling as excited about the future of AI as we are.
I hope so too.
Until next time.